Thank you for watching. If this message brought you peace, please consider supporting the channel via the QR code or the link in the description. May God bless you.
My child, be ready for 2 a.m. tonight, for I am Jesus Christ, and I am going to do something very supernatural that will shock you. My beloved child, listen closely, for this is a sacred hour being written upon the fabric of your life. There are moments when heaven bends toward the earth, when the veil between what is seen and what is unseen grows thin, and my presence whispers through the quiet of the night. This is such a moment. I call you to awaken your spirit, not in fear, but in readiness, for something within you is about to shift. Something long dormant is preparing to bloom. You have carried pain in your body and in your heart, and though you have prayed and wondered if your voice reached beyond the clouds, know this now: every cry, every breath, every tear has been gathered into my keeping. Not one moment of your struggle has gone unnoticed. Not one ache has been wasted. The time of hiddenness is drawing to a close, and the dawn of restoration approaches. When I move, it is not always loud. Sometimes my miracles unfold in silence, like light spreading slowly across a sleeping field. But what I am about to do in you will leave no doubt that heaven has touched your flesh, your mind, your soul. You will awaken not only with a body strengthened, but with a faith reborn, and a peace that no storm can remove. You have waited long, my child. You have endured seasons that felt endless. Yet in those seasons I was shaping the ground of your being, planting roots that could hold even when the winds of despair threatened to tear you apart. You thought I was absent, but I was in every breath that kept you alive, in every small mercy that arrived when you least expected it. I was the whisper that said, "Keep going," even when you could not see the reason why. Now, my beloved, a new rhythm is beginning. The hours ahead hold a mystery wrapped in grace. Do not fear the unknown. Do not tremble before the silence. The night will not harm you. It will cradle you while I do my work within. Trust me, I am nearer than your pulse, gentler than your breath, and stronger than anything that has tried to break you. You ask, why tonight? Because there is a time for everything under heaven. A time to sow, a time to reap, a time to heal, and a time to be made whole. I have chosen this time because your heart is ready to receive, and your spirit has been softened by the weight of waiting. What I could not give you in impatience, I can now give you in surrender. The healing that comes will not only touch your flesh, but it will reach into every part of you that has been weary. The wounds unseen, the fears you hide behind your laughter, the memories that ache when the world grows quiet, I am touching those too. You will feel the light rising inside you like warmth spreading from within. You will know that something greater than yourself has moved. My love is not distant, my child. It is not a promise written long ago and forgotten in time. It is alive, flowing toward you like a river that cannot be stopped. You are not a mistake. You are not forgotten. You are the song I keep singing into the universe. Even when your voice trembles, mine surrounds you. Even when your faith falters, mine holds you steady. In the stillness of this night, I am rewriting the story you have told yourself. Where you saw failure, I am inscribing purpose. Where you saw loss, I am painting redemption. Where you felt broken, I am building something beautiful. Be still, beloved. Let me speak to your inner being. You are safe. You are seen. You are loved beyond measure. Do not measure your worth by what the world calls success or strength. The world sees the surface, but I see the eternal, the flame within you that has not gone out, even when the winds were cruel. I see the kindness you offered when no one was watching. I see the forgiveness you tried to give, even when your heart still hurt. I see the courage it took just to wake up and face another day. That courage is holy. It is the mark of my image within you. You have thought that your body betrayed you, that your mind was weak, that your spirit was tired. But I tell you, your body has been waiting for this touch of renewal, your mind for this release, your spirit for this awakening. Do not doubt what you will feel. It will not be chaos, but clarity. Not fear, but fullness. Not confusion, but calm. As you close your eyes tonight, whisper to me not with words, but with trust. Let your heart open like a flower to the morning sun. Allow me to breathe new life into you. I am not far away. I am here. I have always been here. The pain that has followed you will begin to loosen its grip. The weariness will begin to lift. You will sense a shift, subtle but sure, as though the very air around you begins to change. It is not imagination. It is transformation. You are stepping into a higher vibration of peace, into alignment with the divine rhythm that has always called your name. And when you awaken, my child, you will feel lighter, clearer, and stronger. The heaviness in your chest will ease. The anxiety that has clung to you will lose its hold. You will breathe more freely, and your body will remember how to rest in wellness. The things that once drained you will no longer have the same power, for I am renewing you from the inside out. This is not only for your healing, but for your calling. I am preparing you for something greater, something that will require your full heart, your full strength, and your renewed faith. You are not being healed to return to what was. You are being healed to step into what is coming. Do not look back in regret. What you have lost was never meant to define you. The people who left, the opportunities that faded, they were all part of the pruning, not the punishment. I remove only what stands in the way of growth. Trust the emptiness, for it makes room for abundance. You will begin to notice signs around you, small confirmations that my hand is upon your path. Songs, numbers, dreams, encounters, they will echo with my presence. Pay attention, not with superstition, but with gratitude. I am teaching you to recognize how I speak, through light, through beauty, through peace. And when you doubt again, when your human heart questions the unseen, remember that faith is not the absence of doubt. It is the choice to keep walking even when you do not see the end of the road. I walk beside you. I carry you when your strength falters. I am your healer, your companion, your constant. You are entering a season of revelation, where you will see how everything you endured was leading you here. The delays were not denials. They were preparations. The silence was not abandonment. It was the sound of heaven rearranging your destiny. Do not be afraid of change. The old must fall away for the new to rise. Let go of the familiar pain and make room for the unfamiliar peace. It will feel strange at first to live without the weight that once defined you. But soon you will remember that freedom has always been your true nature. You will begin to love differently, deeper, freer, without fear of rejection. You will speak differently, with compassion that carries power. You will see differently, noticing beauty where once you saw despair. This is how divine healing works. It changes not only the body, but the way the soul perceives life. You have asked me many times, why me, and when will it end? Tonight the answer begins, not as a single miracle you can hold, but as a stream of miracles that will unfold over time. You will see improvement, you will feel strength, but most of all, you will sense my love in ways you never have before. I am weaving light into the fabric of your being. You are being anointed for a new chapter. I am preparing you to be a carrier of hope for others who suffer as you once did. You will speak, and they will feel peace. You will touch, and they will feel comfort. Not because of who you are, but because of the one who moves through you. Remember this, miracles are not rewards for perfection. They are revelations of love. You do not earn them. You simply receive them. So receive this night with open hands and a quiet heart. The divine is nearer than your thoughts, and grace is already in motion. When the clock nears the appointed hour, do not strive, do not beg, do not fear. Simply rest. Be still. Trust that what I have promised I will fulfill in my time, and that my time has come. You will awaken knowing something holy has touched you. In the days that follow, protect your peace. Speak gently, Move slowly. Let gratitude be your language. Do not rush the unfolding. Miracles often grow like dawn, not lightning. Every day that passes will reveal another layer of what I am doing in you. You will find yourself smiling for no reason, sleeping more deeply, feeling a quiet joy rise within you. This is not coincidence. It is the fruit of divine touch. The peace that once seemed out of reach will now dwell within you like a steady flame. And when others notice the change, when they see the light in your eyes and the ease in your steps, tell them not of fear or pride, but of love. Tell them that healing is not only for the few, but for all who open their hearts to grace. Tell them that hope is real, and that heaven still moves among humankind. I am not finished with you, my child. The night is but the beginning. Your purpose is vast, your life is sacred, and your journey is far from over. The world needs the testimony that will rise from your restoration. You will speak life where others have given up. You will remind them that darkness cannot win where light has once entered. My beloved, the reason I ask you to be ready is not because I want you to live in fear of missing something, but because readiness is the doorway through which miracles enter. A closed heart cannot receive what heaven pours out. A distracted spirit cannot hear the whisper of the eternal. To be ready is to live awake, eyes open to wonder, soul attuned to light, hands uncurled and waiting for blessing. You have thought that miracles are rare, that they happen only in moments of great need or to those who seem specially chosen. But miracles are not the exception. They are the language of my love written across creation. Every breath you take, every sunrise, every act of kindness, every reconciliation after pain, these are all signs that the infinite still moves among the finite. When you live ready, you begin to see them everywhere. Readiness is not anxious anticipation. It is peace that expects goodness. It is a heart that wakes each morning saying, something holy could happen today. For when you live in that awareness, you make room for grace to take root in even the smallest moments. So many walk through life half asleep, their eyes on the noise, their minds caught in worry, their spirits numbed by routine. They miss the quiet arrival of my miracles because they are waiting for thunder while I often come in the stillness. I am the soft turning of the tide, the unexplainable sense of hope after a long season of darkness, the strength that appears when you thought you had none left. To be ready, my child, is to trust that every night holds possibility, that the moment before dawn is filled with unseen preparation. You cannot see the seeds breaking open beneath the soil, yet they do. You cannot see the stars shifting in their appointed paths, yet they move. In the same way, I am always working in the hidden places of your life. The night you sleep tonight may seem ordinary, but it is not. Each night carries the potential of resurrection. Every time you lay your head upon your pillow, you enter a sacred interval between what has been and what may yet be. You surrender the control of your waking mind, and in that surrender you give me permission to heal, to realign, to breathe new strength into your being. That is why I ask you to rest not only your body but your faith. Let go of the need to know how or when. Release the fears that coil around your heart. I do not need your striving to perform the miraculous. I need only your openness. Think of the morning after a storm. The world feels washed, the air clear, the light gentler, and yet more alive. That is what happens when you awaken after a night of readiness. The inner weather changes. The soul is refreshed. The heaviness that once seemed permanent dissolves in the quiet dawn of new understanding. There are those who wait for miracles as if they are lottery prizes, rare and reserved for others. But my miracles are woven into the very rhythm of existence. When you breathe forgiveness, that is a miracle. When you rise after despair, that is a miracle. When your body, broken by sickness, begins to mend because hope has returned, that too is my miracle. Miracles are not interruptions of the natural order. They are the restoration of it. The world was made to sing in harmony with love, and what you call a miracle is simply the song being heard again. You should always be ready because life is fluid, and I move through its current in ways the human mind cannot predict. A single night can turn sorrow into peace, illness into strength, confusion into clarity. Do not think that tomorrow must resemble today. The same hand that shaped the mountains can, in a breath, reshape your circumstances. But readiness is not about prediction. It is about perception. When you are ready, you begin to notice that my grace has been at work long before you recognized it. The change you feel suddenly in the morning has been forming quietly through days and nights of unseen care. There will be times when the miracle is not what you expected. You may pray for one kind of healing and receive another. You may seek the removal of pain and instead find the deep peace that allows you to bear it differently. Do not measure my miracles by your expectations. They are always larger than what you can imagine. The readiness I desire is not frantic or fearful. It is a calm surrender. It is the kind of watchfulness that trusts in love even in silence. When I tell you to be ready, I mean keep your heart uncluttered. Keep your mind open to beauty. Keep your spirit gentle enough to recognize kindness as divinity in motion. Because one night, perhaps this very night, you will close your eyes burdened and awaken free. You will go to sleep believing your situation is unchangeable. And by morning, light will have entered where you thought no light could reach. It may not always come as a thunderclap of revelation. Sometimes it will arrive as a quiet knowing, a small peace that deepens hour by hour until you realize you have been changed. That is why you must always be ready. Not because you must earn the miracle, but because you must be able to see it when it arrives. The miracles of tomorrow are born from the surrender of tonight. When you release the weight you carry, the resentment, the guilt, the worry, you make space for my healing presence to flow. A heart filled with fear has no room to receive. A heart emptied in faith becomes a chalice for divine renewal. Do not underestimate the power of one night of true surrender. The difference between despair and hope is often the distance between sunset and dawn. When you rest with a willing heart, heaven works in the unseen places. The mind cannot track the movement of grace, yet the soul feels its tide. Remember, my child, the world was created from darkness into light. So too are you recreated through the nights of your life. Every time you sleep, you practice resurrection. You let go of the day that has been, trusting that a new one will come. That act alone is faith in motion. The body may lie still, but the spirit travels. It moves through memories, through forgiveness, through healing that words cannot name. I whisper into the depths of your being where the waking mind cannot go. You awaken changed not because of effort, but because of grace. You should always be ready for that grace. It does not depend on your worthiness, only on your willingness. I do not withhold miracles out of judgment. I unfold them in their right time, when your heart is able to hold them without fear. There will come nights when you sense the atmosphere itself humming with possibility. Those are the moments when heaven and earth draw near. Yet even in ordinary nights when nothing feels different, I am no less present. The unseen work of love is constant, like the heartbeat of creation. So prepare not through anxiety, but through gratitude. Give thanks even before you see the change. Gratitude is readiness made visible. When you thank me in advance, you declare your trust that the unseen is already at work. The night you sleep tonight could be the threshold between what was and what will be. You do not need to know how. You need only to rest in the assurance that transformation is the nature of life. Every morning that arrives is proof that endings are not final. The sun rises on fields that yesterday seemed barren. Rivers thaw after the longest winter. Hearts open again after being closed by grief. So too will you awaken to newness that seemed impossible. I desire that you live with this awareness always, that tomorrow may not look like today, and that this is a gift, not a threat. The sameness you fear breaking is often the very cage I long to open. Let change be your teacher, not your enemy. To be ready is to say yes to surprise. It is to allow wonder to lead you. It is to believe that goodness can reach you even when you have stopped reaching for it. So when you lie down tonight, let go of every conclusion you have drawn about your life. Do not decide that healing is far, that joy is lost, that peace is impossible. Those conclusions build walls around possibility. Instead, whisper to the darkness, I am ready. That is enough. because readiness opens the door for new beginnings. It invites the Spirit to breathe fresh life into old places. It turns sleep into sacred ground, where the impossible becomes possible. When morning comes, and it will, pay attention. The first light that touches your skin is more than sunlight. It is promise. The stillness of dawn is not empty. It is full of presence. Carry that awareness with you, and you will see miracles multiply in the simplest things: the laughter of a friend, the taste of food, the beauty of the sky. You see, my child, miracles do not always roar. Sometimes they whisper, and you must be quiet enough to hear them. Sometimes they shimmer at the edge of your awareness, waiting for you to pause and notice. So always be ready, not with clenched fists, but with open hands. Let each night be an altar, each morning a resurrection. Expect that what you cannot yet see is already being woven in love's design. There will be nights ahead when fear will try to convince you that nothing can change. Do not listen. Fear is only the shadow cast by the light that is about to rise. The darker the night, the nearer the dawn. Be ready then to awaken to something beyond what you have known. Be ready to be astonished by peace, surprised by joy, strengthened by love. Be ready for the quiet proof that nothing is too hard for grace. Every breath you take in faith expands the space for miracles to dwell. And even when you do not feel it, I am near, working in ways beyond your comprehension. So sleep tonight with trust, wake tomorrow with wonder, and live every day with readiness, for heaven never stops moving toward you.